hair good, they got first take results.
So we learned that Jalen Duck says he's your dad.
False. It's my youngest son. So everybody set the record straight.
When you look at Bowling Green, what stands out to you?
They're very big up front. They have really good running backs, tall receivers that go for the ball, a great quarterback that's in this program for the second year, so he knows the offense well. So we got to come out and be ready to play because I know they're going to be ready to play. I mean, they're a great offense. They move the ball, they put up points. So we got to come out with Oregon defense mentality and play a good game.
There's no game film of them this season. What are the kind of keys that this defense can kind of focus on to be ready for them?
You just got to try to look at the scouting report and see who's playing, who's listed as a starter. Go back through the film and try to watch the tape on their tapes from last year, whether it be offensive linemen or running backs or quarterbacks or receivers. You got to just look at the old tape and try to judge it off. There's always going to be new things that offenses run in the first game. And, like Coach Levitt says, uncharted plays that we're not going to be able to scout for, but I mean, it's going to happen all around the country. So we got to go out there and just try to play our defense and not beat ourselves.
Troy, 2 years ago, you started your first game against UC Davis. 11 tackles led the team. What do you remember from that day and from that process going into your first ever college game?
I remember running out the tunnel originally the first time and just looking up and like, dang, I'm really here. Like I made it to the big stage. But I don't really remember many plays from that game. I just remember the victory and I remember the celebration in the locker room afterwards with all the teammates and all the guys and just having fun. And winning my first college football game, it was just a blast. And because I don't really follow the stats throughout the game. I kind of just go out there and have fun and play the way I like to play. And at the end of the day, whatever happens, happens.
Is it crazy for you to just kind of look back at that time and realize where you are now, preseason All-American? Like, what's that like, looking back at that and comparing it to where you are now?
I mean, just looking back, it's crazy. I mean, to think 2.5 years ago, I came onto this campus as a freshman, didn't know anything about college, didn't know anything about anything. So just to look back at it now and just reflect on my time that I've been here has been really awesome, and I'm really grateful for the opportunities that I've had in the past.
Javon Holland is a newcomer we keep hearing about. Why do you think that is?
He's a smart kid. I mean, he goes out there every practice. He puts it all on the line. He trains every practice. I mean, you're never going to catch him out there loafing, never out there in the wrong position. He knows what he needs to do. He does it well, and he does his part, and he's also really energetic, and he loves to play the game.
Salve called him a ball hog.
Mm-hmm.
What would you call?
I would have to agree with Coach Salve. I mean, Coach Salve calls it like it is. So, I mean, he calls him a ball hawk. He's a ball hawk. I mean, he's out there really has a great center field mentality. He knows how to track down the ball really well. He can cover ground really well. I mean, he's a fast guy. I mean, he has good hands. He goes up for the ball, tries to high point everything. And we're really excited to have him on our team.
We had a lot of guys playing their first game of Division I football on Saturday. What were the emotions for you that week leading up to the first game?
Man, it was just crazy. It was just surreal. I mean, because you always grow up. I mean, you wake up after you play a Friday night game or you're Pop Warner, you wake up and you try to just watch as many games as you can. And you cut on the TV, you're like, man, one day I want to be out there. One day I want to play out there. So, I mean, once you get that opportunity and you get that chance to be able to go out there and really play, it's just super surreal. It's super fun. And you just got to go out there and make the best of your opportunities.
Any conversations with Travis along those lines?
Man,
Is he getting nervous at all?
to be honest, I really haven't. I mean, I haven't talked to him about his first game yet, but I think he's ready for it. I mean, I know he likes the spotlight just like I like the spotlight because you got to thrive under the spotlight because when the big lights come out, that's when the big players come out. So I think he's really excited. I think he's looking forward to it. But, I mean, I'll try to talk to him on Thursday or probably Friday night when we're at the hotel and just see how he's feeling. But I know it's going to be kind of cool to run out with him on Saturday through the tunnel.
Yeah, do you have a sense in your mind that you be able to compartmentalize, like, while you're worried about your own game, like being a proud big runner too?
Yeah, no, I definitely would. I mean, come off on the sideline and get through my defensive checks and try to get up and watch some of his reps and see what he's doing. But I mean, I understand. I mean, he's gonna be able to do what he needs to do. I mean, he's also a Division I football player at this point. I mean, he's a student athlete. He got to do what he has to do. So I mean, I'm looking forward to it, see what he can produce and see what he has for the team.
Is there any player on the roster now or in the past couple of years that you've really looked up to, felt like you learned a lot from about being a leader?
I mean, all the guys from the past. I mean, you got Henry Mondu, Tyree Robinson. You got guys like Farrell Brown, Royce Freeman, Charles Nelson. There's a long list of guys, Arion Springs. There's just a long list of guys where I've just taken many different things from all of them because they all bring different things to the table. And you just got to observe from different views. I mean, there's all the guys have always helped me since I've been here. Tyrell Crosby, just there's different names of just all the big names that you hear in the media and see on TV. They're really good dudes and they really like to help and give back. So that's what I've been trying to do and just help out the young guys the same way that I was helped out when I first got here.
How do you try to go about that, about, like trying to coach them up a little bit without crossing over the line from being a player?
I mean, you just got to understand the boundaries. You got to just respect people. You got to give them the feedback that you would want from somebody else that's older from yourself. You don't want to go out there and yell and cuss at somebody because, I mean, at the end of the day, he's only 2 years younger than you, if that. And at the end of the day, that's a coach's job to yell and cuss at people. That's not our job. We got to go out there and help them and talk to them in a civilized manner because we can tell them something that the coach can't because we're out there and we see the same thing that they can see. So we got to go out there and just give them our point of view and just try to help them our best way.
Green uses air raid concepts. What's the stress that puts on you guys as a defense?
No stress. I mean, everybody brings different things to the table week in and week out, whether it's a hard run game, whether it's an air raid offense, whether it's both. We just got to go out there and play Oregon's defense and execute our game plan to the fullest and have fun with it.
Early in camp, you said you felt like the defense as a whole felt like it was a step ahead because of continuity. Do you feel like that progress continued throughout fall camp?
Yeah, no, definitely. We've definitely built a great foundation, a great base moving forward for this season. I mean, there's definitely places that we still need to get to, and we still have a lot of room for improvement, as you always will as a defense. But I think so far we're doing a great job of making the correct steps moving forward.
Is there anything entering fall camp you maybe had a question about how this defense would respond that you got answers for during fall camp?
I mean, there wasn't many questions coming into fall camp because there's a lot of returning guys, a lot of veterans at each position group that can help out the young guys. So we weren't really too concerned about many things, but we were trying to just make sure we got the young guys up to speed so they can fill in when they needed to and if they needed to at the appropriate time. And that's the biggest thing with building a program. You got to get the young guys on board and teach them because at the end of the day, I mean, all the old guys have 1 to 2 years left, if that. So you got to just get the young guys on board and get them going.
What kind of a leader is Ugo in the secondary?
He's a tremendous leader. I mean, everybody looks up to him, whether it's, I mean, you can get D lineman going to ask him questions in the secondary. I mean, Ugo's a great leader. He knows the whole defense inside and out. I mean, I think he knows half of our offense as well, but when the dude's a phenomenal leader, he's a really respectable dude. I mean, everybody can go to him, ask him questions. Really goofy, really down to earth. It's a wholesome guy, and everybody really respects him and enjoys playing with him. Good?
Thanks for
Thank you, guys.